I stood on the rooftop patio of the little tapas bar on 8th and Alder, wind whipping the hem of my silk dress against my knees, and watched the sun smear orange over the city. My husband, Theo, was late again. He always was, always some crisis at the firm, always some spreadsheet that could not wait. I tapped my heel against the terracotta tile and scrolled Instagram. When he finally appeared, jacket folded over one arm, tie askew, I did not look up. "Truffuck was murder," Huss said, kissing the top of my head like a dutiful golden retriever. I slid my phone into my clutch and gave the hostess a bright, performative smile. "Let us get this anniversary dinner over with." We were seated at a corner table under the last streaks of daylight. Theo ordered the wine I pretended to like, then launched into a story about a junior associate who had misspelled Ubutruj on a client memo. I sipped, nodded, let my gaze drift to the couple beside us. She wore a diamond the size of a gumball and laughed like she had never worried about a bill in her life. Something sour twisted in my stomach. I set my glass down harder than necessary. Next time I announced, I'm marrying for money. Theo blinked. "Excuse me. Relics," I said, rolling my eyes. "Ut is a joke. You know, because you are always buried in work and I am still shopping the clearance rack at Nudstrom Rack." This couple beside us had gone quiet. The server froze mid-pour. Theo's cheeks flushed the color of the Rioja in his glass. "I work 70-hour weeks so we can pay the mortgage on the house you picked, the car you insisted we lease, the Pilates membership you never use," Huss said, voice low. "Mubba, next time I will marry someone who notices." I laughed too loud. Come on, do not be dramatic," but something had shifted. His shoulders squared. He set his napkin beside his plate, exact and deliberate. "I'm done being the punch line, Mara." Huss stood, left $100 bill under the candle, and walked out. I stayed on the rooftop, ordered another glass, posted a selfie with the caption "Sulla anniversary vibes." I told myself he would cool off. Men always did. 2 days later I came home from a late bar class and found the apartment silent. His dresser drawers gaped open like mouths. Half the closet was gone. On the counter sat a note in Thpa's tidy block letters. "I have transferred my paycheck to my mother. She needs it more than I need this. Do not contact me." I called straight to voicemail. I texted, 1 gray check mark, then 2, then nothing. I tried Facebook, Instagram, even LinkedIn, blocked everywhere. I laughed it off to my best friend Juniper over mimosas at the Riverside Cafe. "I will be back by Friday. He always caves." He stirred her drink with a celery stick. "You humiliated him in public. Maybe this time he will not." I rolled my eyes. Plaza. Theo is a golden retriever with a spreadsheet fetish. He cannot survive without me. But Friday came and went. I drove by his office, saw his car in the lot, felt a hot surge of vindication until I noticed the passenger seat piled high with file boxes and a sleeping bag. He had been sleeping at the firm. I brought coffee and croissants, cornered him in the elevator bank. "Can we talk?" I did not look up from his phone. "I am busy. You're being childish." I stepped into the elevator. The doors closed between us like a guillotine. I tried bigger gestures. I sent flowers to his mother, a woman I had met twice and called musps. Lung oven after she insisted on Patrasha. I left voicemails that started breezy and ended tearful. I booked us a weekend at the coast, non-refundable, and texted him the confirmation. Silence. Theo's mother posted a photo on Facebook her and Theo at a charity 5K, arms around each other, captioned "My son, my hero." I scrolled through the comments. Patrasha had thanked the donors for their generosity. Theo had matched the previous year's total with his entire paycheck. My name was nowhere. I showed up at Patrasha's bungalow the next afternoon, clutching a store-bought pie like a peace offering. She opened the door in gardening gloves, face unreadable. "I want to talk to Theo." "Oh, he's not here." I said, forcing a smile. I know I was harsh, but couples fight. "He needs to come home." Patrasha regarded me for a long moment. "I told me what you said, about marrying for money." "He cried, Mara. My 35-year-old son cried on my porch like a little boy." I swallowed. "I did not mean it." "Yes, you did." She closed the door. I stood on the cracked sidewalk, pie sweating in its tin, and felt the first real crack inside me. At work, whispers followed me through the open plan office. Someone had seen the anniversary post. Someone else had seen Theo sleeping on the office couch. My manager, usually effusive, kept meetings short and eye contact shorter. Juniper stopped answering my texts. I took a half day, drove to the overlook above the reservoir, and sat on the hood of my car. Wind cut through my blazer. I replayed the rooftop dinner in my head, saw the hurt flicker across Theo's face, heard my own careless laugh. I thought I was just blowing off steam. I thought I knew I was kidding. I thought cannot leave me. He promised forever. But forever had packed a bag and moved back in with his mother. Drafted a long email apologizing for real this time, no jokes, no excuses. I read it, deleted it, rewrote it, sent it. Auto-reply thus account no longer accepts messages from this sender. Drove to the firm at dawn, waited by his car with 2 coffees. He appeared, blazer over his arm, eyes ringed with exhaustion. He stopped 10 feet away. I'm sorry, said. Was cruel. I took you for granted. I will do better. Studied me like I was a stranger. Have already done better. Walked past me, got in his car, drove away. 3 weeks later, I received a packet from a law firm downtown. Dissolution papers. He had already signed. He wanted nothing except his clothes, his books, and the espresso machine he had bought with his first bonus. I sat on the balcony of the apartment I had chosen, with the view I had demanded, and stared at the papers until the sun disappeared behind the insurance building. Called my mother. She sighed. You always thought love was a given, Mara. It is not. It is a job. You quit showing up, you get fired. Wanted to argue, but the words stuck. Moved to Seattle, took a job at a boutique firm that valued his work-life balance. Patrasha posted a photo of him in a new apartment, sunlight streaming through industrial windows, a dog at his feet. He looked lighter, like someone had removed stones from his pockets. Stayed in the city, took the Pilates classes I had mocked, learned to cook lentils, paid the mortgage alone. Friends drifted. Juniper got engaged and did not invite me to the engagement brunch. My manager promoted someone younger and shinier. One evening I walked the river path alone, earbuds in, playlist on shuffle. A song Thea loved came on something acoustic and earnest. I stopped on the footbridge, gripped the railing, and cried so hard a jogger asked if I needed help. I waved him off. I did not deserve help. Went home, opened the closet, stared at the empty half. I whispered, come back to the hangers, to the silence, to no one. This divorce finalized on a rainy Tuesday. I did not fight it. I signed, handed the pen back to the paralegal, walked out into the drizzle. My umbrella sat forgotten in the car. I let the rain soak my hair, my coat, my skin. Stood on the courthouse steps and felt the full weight of what I had lost, not the paycheck, not the shared Netflix account, but the man who had once looked at me like I was the only sunrise he needed. I had laughed at that sunrise, told it to earn more money. This rain kept falling. I did not move.